Today we'll be demonstrating and explaining how to make a support forum app. Mike Wallace has a problem, so he's adding a new request to the support forum. John Doe, who is an admin, saw the request, so he's now responding. Minutes later, Mike Wallace leaves home but gets the response on his iPhone and fixes the problem he had. To start making this app, let's create an app titled Support Forum. We'll start by creating a new form titled Category and adding a text field in it titled Category as well. Then let's add a Unite Names field, add group, search for A, and check My Company. We're done with this form, so let's exit and make another titled Subcategory. In here we'll add a combo box titled Category, then check Category as the field and search field. Next, let's add a text field titled Subcategory and make it required. Then we'll add a Unite Names field titled Help Desk Support. Okay, we're done with this form, so let's close out and make another titled Response. In here we'll add some text fields titled Submitted By, Submitter Email, and Responded By. Now let's add a date field titled Response Date. Then a memo field titled Response, and a button titled Submit Response. We'll then add a text field titled Responded and a Unite Names field titled Help Desk Support. Finally, a document management section titled Multimedia. We'll then exit and create another form titled Support Request. Let's click the column and change the width to 50%. Then, let's add a text field titled Subject. After, we'll add a combo box titled Category with Category field and Search field checked. Let's now add another combo box titled Subcategory, then select Support Request under Type and check Subject field and Search field. Now we'll drag a column, title it Submitter Information, and change the column width to 50%. We'll then add a standard section titled Submitter, and in this section we'll add two text fields titled Submitter Email and Submitted By. Under those text fields, let's add a date field titled Date Created. Now we'll drag a document management section to the left titled Attachment. In that section, let's add a button titled Submit. Okay, let's now add a number field titled Responses in the Submitter section. Under that field, we'll add a rich text enhanced section titled Detailed Description. Let's then add a standard section titled Hidden Section under that. We'll now drag a data grid subform to the left titled Response, check Category, and make it number 1 in display order. In the Hidden section, let's add a Unite Names field and title it Help Desk Support. Under that, we'll add a text field titled Submitted. Great, let's close and go to our response form. In here we'll click on submitted by and make editability false. Let's do the same for submitter email. Now let's click responded by and add the following method under calculated. Next we'll click response date and add the following calculated formula, which will input the date automatically. We'll now click the submit response button, visibility control, and add the following formula. Let's now add some events. First, on click, set value true. Then on click, save an email, email to submitter email, and then add the message. Finally, we'll click include link to record. Now let's click responded, visibility control, and make sure it says false. Then we'll click help desk support, groups, type in A, and add my company. Finally, we'll click visibility control and set it to false. Let's now close out and go to our subcategory form. In this form, let's make category required and add a group to the help desk support like we did to our previous form. Okay, let's close out and go to our support request form. First, we'll click subject and make it required. Let's now select subcategory, make it required, and choose subcategory from the type drop-down. Then we'll select subcategory and category in the fields, making subcategory the search field and number 1 in display order. Finally, let's make category number 2 in order and set filter to equals category category. We'll now click the submit button, visibility control, formula builder, and add the following formula. Let's then add some events to the button. First, on click, set value, submitted field, and true in single quotations. Second, on click, save an email, email to help desk support, enter a quick message, subject field, and include link to record checked. Now let's click response, uncheck criteria based, and check visibility control, formula builder, and enter the following formula. Once we're done with that, we'll choose response in the type drop-down, check responded by, response, response date, order them 2, 3, 1, and check auto populate. Then we'll scroll down and set value for submitted by and submitter email to their identical names. Let's now click submitter email and set the editability to false. Then we'll click set default value and enter the following method. Now we'll click submitted by, set default value, enter the following method, and set the editability to false. We'll now go to date created, calculated, and add the following method so that it sets the date automatically. Then we'll click responses, calculated formula builder, and add the following. Now let's select help desk support and add a group like we previously did with my company. Let's then click edit at the top of the screen, edit again in the button's visibility, and add the following visibility control formula. This means that only those in the Unite Names group will see that button. We'll do the same to the delete button. Fantastic! Let's close out and start creating our views. Let's click Views, add a new view, select Support Request from the Type drop-down, and title the view Support Request. Then we'll select everything but the hidden section and make the subject the default search. Now we'll make another view, this one titled Category with category as the type, everything in searchable selected, and category as the default search. Our next view will be titled Subcategory, with subcategory as the type, category and subcategory selected, and category as the default search. We'll now add a new view titled Responses, response as the type, everything in searchable but help desk support checked, and submitter email as the default search. Our final view will be titled My Support Request, with support request as the type, everything in searchable but the hidden section checked, and submitter email as the default search. Great, we're all done and have successfully created our support forum app. This is just a brief demonstration of the capabilities of WAG and how it can save great amounts of time and money when creating mobile and desktop apps.